Boys and girls, it might be smart to avoid Summoner's Rift over the next few weeks because Teemo is back. This champion saw huge buffs on 11.21, the recent patch. His Q down 1 second flat, the blind duration up half a second at max rank, and the missile speed increased by 1,000. This champion is on the rise, and the #1 Teemo in Korea, guys. It's funny to see this. You can see when the patch came through about a week ago, he was Masters 190. Now he's sitting at 500 LP Grandmaster on the rise. I'm going to break down one of his games, guys. And you guys can really abuse this in your own games. I guarantee you can cheese out a lot of these level 1, level 2 solo kills like this guy's doing. I mean, it is absolutely disgusting watching his gameplay. Without further ado, let's jump onto the Rift and break it down. Now, I've watched a couple of this guy's games and he pisses me off a lot. Level 1, every game he cheeses like this, deep in the lane, turns invisible, he starts E, he has pressed the attack with Ignite, and he waits for the enemy to walk up on that first wave, and if they walk too deep, he just auto-attacks them and kills them. Watch this Lilia, it's poor little Lilia. He just moves in, nothing's going to auto-attack better than the Teemo with the E start and press the attack. You're running Ignite, most top laners running the teleport. This guy pisses me off. In your lower elo games, guys, you're going to cheese out first bloods every second, every third game, I guarantee you. Which is, it seems unbelievable, but if you try it out, I guarantee you it's going to work. Most top laners aren't going to be expecting it. The cheese is very good. And Teemo is so uncommon of a pick these days that they're going to move up. And you can see, pops the Ignite, the E tick down, and is Lily going to die? Boom. Gets his first solo bolo in the top lane. Starts the Dorans, by the way. It's such an aggressive start, and your aim is to just cheese and tilt your opponent as much as humanly possible. And that's not to say he's just an early game champion. Because of the buffs to Teemo's Q and the blind, you can put a 3-second blind on the enemy AD carry. Draven can't attack for 3 seconds. You know how valuable that is on a strong... The enemy picks like a Tryndamere mid, things like this, guys. The Teemo, phenomenal of a pick. The one thing you need to be careful of is early ganks. You don't run that teleport. So if you do get behind and get frozen on, and they have a very heavy all-in, you're probably stuffed. So just be a little bit cautious, but most of the time in the early game, just be perma aggressive. And look, I think it's going to be 1-for-1, and look for these solo kills. And that is worth it because the whole wave is going to die into the tower. Lily's already used that TP. And this guy gets the boots, he gets the daggers. He looks for the Zerka Greaves first, gets that movement speed to run them down and kite. And yeah, I mean... It's sickening to do these videos because I know there's going to be a slight uptick in Teemo picks, and that's going to make a lot of people uninstall the game, but it is what it is, man. It's interesting to see Riot Games went through with these buffs. I didn't think they were actually going to hard commit. And don't forget, you can play Teemo mid. Shout out to C9 High playing it 2014, I believe, ages ago. You can make the Teemo mid work. You need to be very careful of control mages. Any mage, think of things like Syndra and Orianna, are going to fuck your life up. They outrange you. But the mid to short range champions you can do well into, especially if they're auto attack focused. And Lilia with a little bit of trade back here. And some people may be seeing this Lilia and going, Lilia top, Lilia's meant to be a jungler, it's troll. Lilia in lane's actually very good. It's pretty popular in high elo in Korea into shorter range matchups. You can kite very well, the build path is nice. I think it was played a couple times in pro play, but Teemo flashes forward. Now you're maxing E, by the way. Your auto attacks. It's not like full AP Teemo with the Q max. You're getting the E max first. So you're going to take a little bit of time to get that max ranked Q. As he's going to back here. Perfectly situated here. Teemo doesn't have the best of wave clears, guys, remember? So you leave the... Every single time you get a kill, you don't have to shove the lane, do you? People get trapped so many times. They're like, enemy's dead. I got to shove this to tower. No. You can let it slow shove back into you. By the time you get back into lane, their minions have killed all of yours and you can pick it up. Look at the lane in the top side here. His minion wave's going to get there first. He's going to freeze it. I mean, it's perfect wave management by this Teemo. What a classic champion. I just... you don't see too much Teemo these days, but I reckon he's back. I reckon we're going to start seeing a lot more of him. And I'm excited for level 6. 5-0 already this game. Gonna start setting up those shrooms. And look at the attack speed, man. It's so clean. The ward out. Level 6 off this next minion. Next minion. This is where you just, it's really strategic with your shrooms, guys. You don't just place them willy-nilly. You need to start thinking about where the enemy team is going to gank from, where your opponent is most likely to path towards, where they're not expecting shrooms. They're like, oh, Teemo would never place a shroom right here in this brush or something, and that's where you've placed it. You got to be in their head thinking. As I think she's committing bot side, and he is just going to hard shove here. As soon as he saw the Lilia on the roam, it's a hard shove and look for plates. Yes, yes, yes. This is not good. Talon picks up a double. We got to get as many plates as possible. Usually if the enemy picks a Teemo, I'll pick something like Cassiopeia. I really enjoy. So if you're looking for some counters, I go with mages. Like even if you're top lane, you can play Syndra top, Cassio top. There's nothing wrong with it. We even saw Syndra top at Worlds, guys, into the Kennen as a counter pick. So don't be thinking in the top lane you've got to stick to all as we cheese it. Surely the Lilia is switched on here. Please. Please, Lilia, do not be stupid. What's the autos? It's, I mean... This is Korean Grandmaster. Imagine what your players are going to be like in the lower elos. Like, average viewer here is silver. Specifically my channel, I reckon I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say average viewer is gold to platinum, I hope. Man, you can just completely dominate these players. Get in their heads. He gets the Dark Seal. He has the recurve bow. And now is when we're really going to start amping up this damage. Coming back in the lane. Scoots across. Lilia gets picked up by the shroom. We should be able to use the W. No, we can't quite chase. Lilia's quite fast. She drops the flash. And I think, yeah, just look for the hard shove. Look for the tower. As we've almost got the max rank on that E. Do you see how he's putting the shrooms on the edge of the terrain? I mean, number one, like, you can't put it in the middle lane. But a lot of people think in their head, they're like, this Lilia is just not giving any respect. A lot of people think, you know, oh, I can't walk directly in the middle of the path because that's where Teemo's going to put the shrooms. So I'm going to walk towards the edge of the terrain. This Teemo's 5-head because he's thinking ahead. He's like, okay, I know they're going to be thinking that. Puts the shrooms there. They're going to run into them. It's perfect. We're going to keep on working towards these plates. Ooh. As the Nidalee makes her way in. We're 5-1 with a 500 gold bounty. Teemo with max damage dealt 5,000 compared to Vex's only 3. Don't quite have flash yet. 15 seconds. Got to be a bit patient. I think Teemo's pick rate this patch went up from like the 35th most played top laner to I think he's already climbed to like the 6th or maybe the 7th most picked top laner. Just from these buffs, guys. So his pick rate is skyrocketing and his win rate is still climbing. So the fact that more people are playing Teemo and the win rate is still going up is just testament. And you can see his patience here. He just waits for the Lilia. And she's doomed. Teemo's too fast. Always make sure to get those boots early so you can chase them down. Very important to get that alpha movement speed. And you can see this trend with his shrooms where he's placing them. He has very specific spots he places his shrooms. I definitely recommend to look up a couple of his VODs I've noticed. He always has these similar places he puts them. I mean, he's got thousands of Teemo games, so I'm guessing, you know, he's mathematically thought about it. Where the best spots are. In the lane, obviously, you're trying to put them away from the minions. You don't want them to proc it, but you'll see later on. Towards objective control and stuff like that. I think we have enough for Nashes, but we can't quite find a good time to get the base in. And you'll see him max W now, guys, for that MS. Gonna wait that Q max for the final, which is really gonna stall that blind for the late game. But you will eventually get there. It's gonna take you some time. It's about that movement speed, those autos, and that hunt with the better movement speed. 3 level advantage here. He does really need to get this base in. I think he has the Nashes. It's a huge power spike for him. Nashes into the Rift Maker. He's risking it. And the thing with Teemo, guys, like, it's such a simple champion. Like, you're just autoing. You're playing like an 80 carry. You're just autoing and throwing a Q every now and then. It's all about just spacing after that. As Lilia moves out of place. Nidalee was thinking maybe she's going to try something. It's just too late for you, baby. And now we're going to be able to get a base in. Is this a Mega Squad, Teemo? I forget what it is. Nash is completed. 6 stacks on the Dark Seal. It's the far side. Enemy Draven is slowly creeping up in CS, which is making me nervous. Thankfully, the blind in the late game will counter him. Rakan pick up. It's gonna be hard to avoid the engage. And you'll see the potential that you have now with the Nashes. His orders just do so much, man. Orders the back lines, they'll slowly burn down. Harold drop into the top lane. Give all the plates over to the Teemo. And now when we get that tower, we can start putting deep shrooms in. Set up the enemy jungle, completely trap it. And you'll see the backline wave clear. It's pretty simple. You just throw a shroom into the backline with an R. It's the second charge. Probably can get the kill here. Yep. Please don't die. We drop really low here. He's gonna bail. It's not really worth hanging around for the minion wave, just in case someone's there to give that shutdown over. He just hovers for a second, just in case someone was chasing, right? We get that leeching layer. Omni Vamp. And this is where you start to become actually pretty beefy as the Teemo. So we've got the 2 towers in the top lane. Dragon spawned. Don't keep on setting up into the top lane. Always go and try and spread your lead across the map. It's only a 1.5k gold lead for his team. He needs to start spreading the lead over into his other members. Otherwise, it's just going to be a one-man army. And if the Rakan decides to target him, he's screwed. He'll make his way in. He's going the long way. This is the best way to get the movement speed. Flashes in for the Nidalee. Gets the kill. The auto's onto the Draven. I don't think Draven is going to quite die, but he gets the kill onto the Talon. And we are 10-1, baby. With the 10 stacks and the Dark Seal. Very nice game so far from the Teemo. And I'm wondering what the strategy is from here. Going top is kind of annoying. I mean, maybe you get Medjais and just farm the Lilia. Or do you actually try and break the mid and bot side towers? No flash, remember. Got to be a bit careful. Damn, he's got a 3 level lead on the Talon. We set these shrooms up. Anyway, like, it's just gonna nuke anybody that walks through. No way he has enough for Rift Maker, does he? Jesus Christ. 2 items at 15 minutes. 8% Omni Vamp. Probably grab the blue, grab the Herald. Maybe even pressure. I mean, I would probably Herald mid to just drop it. Dropping mid lane tower is like super. Opens the map up a lot. How you can par. And Teemo is level 12. Next closest is Talon at 10. Damn, goddamn, that's fast. Lily's slowly, like, she's actually slowly getting back into the game here with the CS, though. It's Draven, guys. Not even 1k gold lead with this lead. How much gold was Teemo up? Did you guys see? Finds the Lilia. He's trying to be pretty careful. He doesn't want, you do not want to give your bounty over to the Talon. You can see Lily moving up super aggressively. It's obvious someone was hovering. Stoppy. Yeah, he's up 1,000 gold on the Draven. And this mid game is the most important. If you die here and give your bounty away, you've lost. It's a terrible scenario to be in because it's like 1 death equals 1 loss. But that's just how League is going to be sometimes. You can't let it get into your mind. You can't stop complaining to your teammates. Oh, I got to carry you, please. Like, you can't have that mindset. You're always looking for the winning teams. You're never going to get far in League. About winning the games with the terrible teams. As he sets up some defensive shrooms. It's definitely what? Yeah, there we go. Invis, waiting. And here is the Nidalee. How you doing, honey? I don't know if she dies. She might come very close. Yeah, she doesn't quite drop. That Rakan shield and heal saved up. Bot lane tower. Perfect. You have to be careful. I want to see him put out a couple of shrooms, and here is the Talon. Looking for the flank behind. Teemo not shying away from the fight, though. Piss off, Talon. You're not killing me, buddy. Oh, beefy as well. Nice. Herald drop. Look for the bot lane tower. Hopefully he can draw some pressure to look for the mid lane tower as well. Split push menace. Yeah, he's up like 6,000 gold on the Lilia. And this is right here is where you want to start becoming a menace in their jungle. Put out all these shrooms and then you sit and wait. It seems stupid because you're like, oh, they know Teemo's here, they're never gonna walk through. But even in high elo, they walk through, man. Their egos are too big. I swear in high elo, people just have the biggest ego that they're like, oh, I'm not gonna walk around. It's the flank, moves in. And then Nidalee just lives again. The shrooms. And you still have plenty of AP. You have 260 AP. It's not as though because you go this attack speed route that you're not going to have any AP on your shrooms or what. Not. You're still going to hurt. Second dragon. It's going to be a mountain rift. And I want to see him edge eyes, just because the movement speed I think would really help him. Goes straight up for the hourglass. Man, I kind of wanted to see the edge eyes, but the hourglass makes sense. You want to play defensive into the Talon or Rakan engage. You can also counter out some of that Lilia engage. One problem is you're not running TP, so... Honestly, I don't even like TP that much in lower elos. I think running these aggressive summoners are better. Especially because your team doesn't really know how to play against TP. But if your team gets aced here, you're not going to make it to Baron to contest in time. So you have to be very cautious. One death or one bad move and the whole game could get flipped. There's only 2k gold advantage. So Shroom's out, covers his flanks. 1 auto onto the back line, 2 onto the front line. Full clip. And don't waste too many shrooms on the wave clear from this. When you have the wave clear like this, don't waste those shrooms. I've seen people just spamming them on the waves for the wave clear. Set them up, man. They last so goddamn long these days. Move in. Raven picks up the Shen. We have flash, remember? And he's not able to make it work. This short range really hinders your chances to shut down the enemy AD. And now it's going to be a Baron angle for the red side team. If they get Baron, they got gold lead. See Teemo. No shrooms left. And it might just be smart to give it. I think it'd be smart just to give it. And he doesn't. He greeds. These desperation plays are never worth it, I don't think. Because now not only do you give the shutdown over, you give a bunch of kills and the Baron. Enemy team takes the 2k gold advantage. And this game is gonna get rough. Gets the Grievous wounds, gets the Oblivion Orb out of base. Ooh, Shaco's able to get the Draven shutdown. Nice. Boost that Baron. And I think the next objective is gonna have to be the Dragon in 2 minutes. What is it? Baron in 2, Dragon in 140. Feels like you just set up the vision, set up the shrooms, play towards the objectives. And you saw how lethal that Rakan engage was. Even if he hourglassed, I don't think it was going to be saved. Making his way to 16. This is where the Teemo buffs are starting to become very noticeable. Missile speed, of course, in the queue, the extra silence. Super valuable into the late game. Obviously, the longer they're silenced, the more damage that they have in the late game, the more valuable it can be. This Draven's putting out, like, I don't know how much DPS per second. Dragon 40. Careful, 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 careful. Frog's gonna move in now. 20 seconds. I want to see them contest it, but I don't see how. I don't see how with such a short range comp you can just walk in. And there's no good shroom setups either. You need your team to try and facilitate that. Possibly give it and then set up Nash because it's in 20. What am I saying, Nash in 20? The Baron buff that they have lasts from like 20 seconds. Oh, my bad. Rakan looks for the engage. Shroom hits on Nidalee, and we're just going to weave these autos through. We still have flash. And we hold it. Stopwatch saves us. Overall a good trade, but they're still down gold. They're going to get the dragon though. Gives them soul point in the next 5. And I haven't seen him make late game. I'm wondering what he's going to go. Is it a full AP route? Is it going to be a death cap angle? Going to be a Morello into the Magi's. We'll see. Level 16 here. These shrooms are hitting like a truck. And he's sitting at 9 CS per minute, by the way. I don't know how you can hit that on Teemo. I mean, to be fair, I haven't played Teemo since... I can't even remember the last time I played Teemo. Probably back in Season 4 and 5, I swear. And he hits that Void Staff. He sells the... Okay, he sells the Oblivion Orb. He says, screw the healing reduction. I need penetration, and I need it now. I think he's seen the Draven is going towards the Wit's End. A good buy by Draven. Now Baron. Baron is a 130 now. Soul point 350. Ooh, that doesn't even hurt. And you got to be super smart with how you shroom now, because the enemy team has 4 sweepers, guys. Remember that. They have 4 sweepers, so you can't just be throwing your shrooms in any goddamn corridor. They're going to be sweeping them out. They're going to be useless. And kill a lot of their time, which is pretty underrated, but if you can actually get that fucking thing to connect, it's going to be more valuable. As we're looking for the flank behind here. Talon moves over. They get the kill onto the Draven. Teemo's moving in now. Let's see what he can get done. Kills the Lilia. And he came pretty late to that team fight. His team was able to make it work. The Shaco must have got the one shot into the Draven. And you play these fights similar to like a short range AD carry play, guys. It's nothing, there's no like insane combos or insane strategy. Just watch out on the enemy cooldowns, play towards your range, and just throw some autos in. With the Emax, that's where your damage is coming from. Turns invis, and he's gonna wait. Anyone is stupid enough to move up. Talon. Flashes. Oh, and Talon is too fast. He's gonna be able to just live. He was 1 health, my god. He's spamming towards the Nash. The Talon had to base, but Talon's so fast, I don't know if it's going to be worth. 2, 3, 4. Careful. Medjai's baby. Let's go. The movement speed. Everything's coming in clutch. They saw Teemo base though, so they might go for the Nash rush. Teemo sitting 15,200. Draven's at 15,000 flat. These are the 2 hyper carries in the game. We got till Soul. 1 minute till Soul. Watch how he fights. Just weaving these autos front to back, front to back. Gets a double kill. Triple kill. Quadra kill. Any pentas? Come on, Vex. What the hell? And he's front to back that, man. Through maybe a couple of Qs. And that's going to be Nash, and hopefully it's going to be the Mountain Soul. I want to see how much damage he's doing. I feel like it's ramping up so much. Dragon in 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. I think they get it. Nidalee's too slow. They're going to kill this so fast as well. There you go. And that Mountain is going to help against the Talon Draven burst so much. And even Nidalee burst, actually. 25 stacks on the Medjai's. Boots have been sold for the Cosmic Drive. We have full build Teemo, ladies and gentlemen. Got Elixir of Sorcery as well. Jesus Christ. Only 700 AP because he's going for that Void. He doesn't have the Death Cap amp. You'd be getting a little bit, like, you get a little bit more AP if you went for like the more aggressive route of full AP, but the auto attacks obviously in these early games are just so clutch. Vex goes in. Such a good champion. And this guy is frontlining. Nidalee on the flank. She's not going to be able to find any damage. They should run it through bot lane now. Oh, no. 3v5 and through mid. Easy game, babe. There you are, full Teemo game, guys. And that's all it is. I mean, this guy is absolutely crazy right now. I definitely recommend trying it out. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. And I catch you in the next video. Peace.